You can have a seat for just a moment. My name is Dirk, and I serve on a few teams here at Life Mission Church. And I just wanted to talk to you for a few minutes. As I was praying about this service the last couple of days, something that I felt really strongly impressed on me was that there'd be some people here that are going through a valley, that are in the midst of life's storms. And I don't mean just the regular hectic chaos of life and everyday stresses, some pretty heavy stuff. And that's not a fun place to be in. I've been there before. Somebody who's not questioning their faith, but questioning God, saying, God, where are you in all of this? And I want to tell you a quick story about a friend of mine. His name is Brad, one of my best friends. He led worship for a little Baptist church up here in Leavenworth for a number of years, lived up there. I used to work with him. We both left those jobs. That job went to different places. He went to work for a commercial real estate company. Felt God was leading him in another direction, felt confident about it, felt excited about it. Got there. Didn't take long for things to really fall apart in a really bad way. There was some not just dishonesty, there was some corruption going on there. There was some embezzlement going on there. He knew he had to get out of that situation really quick and began pondering opportunities and realized he was probably, for his next move to get in the right place, going to have to pick up his family, take him out of state somewhere. And he was really struggling with this on one particular day and just had a lot of angst and just decided, okay, you know, I've got to get out. I've got to do something. So he gets out, he decides he's going to just get out of the house. He's going to mow his lawn. And he's asking, you know, where is God in all this? Is God going to provide for me? And he was asking himself a question that I think a lot of us has asked, but we don't really like to talk about or admit, and that is, do I even hear God? How could I have missed God in this situation? And he realizes his little gas tank is empty, and so he looks at his push mower and he realizes there's no gas in the push mower either. It's getting dark. He doesn't have time to go get gas, so he thinks, well, I've had this push mower for 10 years. I know it takes a full tank of gas to mow this lawn, but I've got, well, there's no gas. I can actually see the bottom in there, but maybe I've got enough to just pull the cord, run a few lines. So he does that. He starts mowing his side lawn. The whole time he's wrestling with God. He's praying. He's saying, God, are you there? Are you going to provide in this situation? He gets the side lawn done. Then he proceeds to do his front lawn. Then he goes over and he does his side lawn. At this point, he's a little bit surprised that he was able to do that much. He's got his backyard yet to go. It's one of these cul-de-sac lots, so they go out. So he's got a big backyard. He knows he's not going to finish the whole backyard. He doesn't have any gas in his lawnmower, but he thinks, well, it's not dark yet. I'll just keep going as far as I can go. He's still praying. He's still talking to God. He's still not feeling peace. He's feeling restless. And he gets all the way through his backyard. And it was interesting. He told me this story. He said, Dirk, I know it sounds like a dumb thing. He said, but I know this lawnmower, it takes a full tank of gas to mow the lawn. He's like, I mowed it with no gas. And he said, right as he was mowing over the last line, his lawnmower died. And he said, something amazing happened. He said, God spoke to me. And not audibly, but in my heart. I heard God clearer than I've ever heard him before. And he said, I am the God that fed 5,000 with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. What makes you think that I won't provide for your family of 5? And at that point, he just slumped over the handlebars of his lawnmower and wept before the Lord. So this story has a happy ending. Brad picked up his family. They moved to Texas. He's now a principal for an architecture successful in the world's eyes, but that's not really the point of the story. That doesn't matter to God. He was always somebody because he was always special to God. In Tim Tebow's book, Shaken, he says, I'd like to think our identity comes not from who we are, but whose we are. And as we transition into this prayer time, our focus this evening is on government. And you know, I know there's a lot of things going on. What we think a lot about in the forefront is that, of course, our president-elect is taking office 2 weeks from today, and we should be praying for our incoming president. We should be praying for our outgoing president. Something else that I don't want to lose sight of is all of our local officials that are elected officials that are working in the trenches. You know, there are a lot of godly men and women on both sides of the political aisle that just want to do what's right and are seeking God's wisdom. And we need to pray for them. We need to pray for our leaders. We know that ultimately God is in control, and we can take comfort in that. But in many times, I found God uses people. So let's pray for our government. Let's pray for our leaders. And whatever format that takes, we're very free here. If that's on your knees, if that's sitting in your seat on your own, if you want to journal, if you want to stand, if you're a pacer, there's no wrong here. So we're just going to spend maybe 12, 15 minutes just praying for our government, either as individuals or in small groups.